Hi, welcome to Dahod Garden. We are ready to start our seeds. We got some from a couple of places. Here is a few from Baker Creek, which is in Missouri, and then I also got some from the big box stores in the area. So we are going to do some hot peppers. We are going to do some sweet peppers. Then we are also doing some eggplants, and then we are also going to do some herbs, holy basil, and we are doing a couple of tomatoes. To store your seeds, you need some sort of containers. You can buy one of the seed starter kits from your local big box store or from one of the greenhouses in your area, or you could reuse some of the dairy product containers that you may have in your house. For example, yogurt or sour cream containers. So if you use them, make sure that you put a hole or two at the bottom. This should help with the drainage. So what we are going to do here is use a combination of this two. I'm going to start off my peppers and tomatoes and eggplants in the starter kit, and then I'm going to do my herbs and a few other veggies in this, and I think we should be ready to go. I created a mix of mostly peat moss and vermiculite as my starting mix. Now I'm going to fill up my containers with this mix. Also, what I did was I added a little bit of water to add a little bit of moisture in the soil, and this should help to fill up the containers nicely. Alright, your seed packets should come with the instructions. So this is the Thai Barapa pepper, and as you can see, it comes with the planting instruction. Also, what we need to do is, because I'm going to use the same tray for different types of plants or different types of seeds here, I need some way of labeling them. So I also prepared a label. Again, I use this yogurt container and cut strips out of it, and then I used a Sharpie or a permanent marker to label them. Okay. Also, I may need more labels once I'm ready to transplant my plant. So what I have done here is, as you can see, I am assuming that about half of it could go into the container or the ground. So I've used the other half to label the plant, as well as I mark the date on which I started them. And I may not have enough room to write the complete name of the plant, so I use a system of whatever short name I use. I also have a cross reference on the seed packet, so in the future, if I need more strips, I am consistent. Starting some spearmint in this, we used a sour cream container, and as you can see, I am also using a yogurt container to basically, catch any water that would be dripping from this container. So that's how you reuse some of the existing items that you may already have in your house, and also keep them away from the landfills. Alright, I packed up these containers with the mix, and after that, what I did is I sprinkled a little bit of warm water, and now we are ready to sow our seeds. Okay, I'm doing four of each in this tray, so we are going to have about 9 different types of plants. Now let's see how I sow the seeds. So in each container, I basically have two seeds. They are a little bit separated. The reason for doing two seeds is to build in some redundancy in case we don't have a good seed. Okay, and they are far apart so that we know that there are two plants and not one, and we can get rid of the weaker plant if we have to. And then I put the labels here so I know what plant is what. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a similar process for all the different types that I want to go into this tray, and then we should be able to move on to the next step. I sprinkle a little bit more mix at the top of the seeds so that they are covered, and that's all we need to do. Now what we are going to do is put the dome on and put it in a warm area, and we are going to monitor this. So I ended up with 10 different plants. I just realized that we don't really need that many tomato plants, so I cut them into half. Okay. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention is you can put some water in the bottom tray so that it gets its water source from the bottom, and you don't have to sprinkle water from the top. And there are a couple of reasons for doing that. Number one being you don't want water to splash all over the place, and the second thing is you don't want to risk the seeds floating away because they sit right at the surface. Okay, I placed the dome or the cover at the top, and this should help with the heat. So when we are starting seeds, we need heat. We don't need sunlight at all. So let's monitor how they germinate, and then we'll go from there. As you can see, I have not completely shut the dome because I don't want moisture to build up at the top. I have placed my tray right next to a heating vent that we have over here indoors, so hopefully it will get a little bit of heat and keep it warm.